massive transfer of wealth from one generation to the next has officially begun. But the big question is, are the heirs truly ready to inherit this fortune? And more importantly, how can families prepare to make this transition as smooth and successful as possible? With great wealth comes great responsibility, a phrase that couldn't be more relevant today. Baby boomers are on track to pass down an astonishing $124 trillion to their heirs by 2048, according to a 2024 report from Cerulli Advisors. This is the largest wealth transfer in history, and it's reshaping the financial landscape for generations to come. But here's where it gets controversial. Will the recipients be equipped to handle this windfall, or will they fall victim to the age-old shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations phenomenon, where wealth is lost within a few decades? Experts agree that the outcome depends heavily on the preparation done by both the givers and the receivers before the wealth changes hands. Without clear communication, thoughtful guidance, and strategic planning, fortunes can quickly disappear due to taxes, poor financial decisions, family disputes, or simply being forgotten. A comprehensive 20-year study involving 3,200 families by the Williams Group, a wealth consultancy, found that 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation, and a staggering 90% by the third. Money and wealth can create challenges for beneficiaries in many ways, but there are just as many strategies to ensure that wealth benefits them positively, explains Gillian Hess-Verdon, who leads the family office practice at Frost Brown Todd. So what's the key to a successful wealth transfer? The Williams Group study highlights that the biggest hurdle is a lack of communication and trust within families, which accounts for 60% of failures in wealth transfer. Additionally, 25% of failures stem from heirs not being adequately prepared, lacking the knowledge or skills to manage their inheritance responsibly. Discussing money and dividing assets before a person's passing is often seen as a sensitive and uncomfortable topic. Jennifer Bake, head of Mercer Advisors Financial Planning Group, notes, "It's a delicate subject to bring up, and many families avoid these conversations until it's too late." In fact, a national survey by RBC Wealth Management reveals that 2/3 of wealth holders delay talking about family wealth transfer. Only 39% have actually given their heirs clear instructions or guidance on how to handle their inheritance, whether that's spending, investing, or donating to charity. Interestingly, nearly all beneficiaries, 99%, want to respect their benefactors' wishes and manage the family wealth responsibly. Yet, only 54% feel very prepared to receive an inheritance, with their biggest worry being how to handle the money wisely. But what if the givers are hesitant to start these conversations? Can heirs take the initiative without seeming intrusive? Absolutely. Hess-Verdon suggests that heirs can gently encourage these talks by considering family dynamics. For example, if there's concern about a sibling who frequently asks for money, it might be tricky to address directly. However, a responsible family member who is already working on their own estate plan can approach the parents for advice, which often opens the door to sharing the family's overall plan. Professional advisors such as lawyers, accountants, and financial planners can also play a crucial role in facilitating these discussions. They provide a neutral space focused on planning rather than emotions, which can help families navigate these tricky waters more effectively. It's also important to note that beneficiaries don't have to stick with the same advisors their parents or grandparents used. Jennifer Bake points out that different generations engage with financial professionals differently. While the first generation might prefer face-to-face meetings with their trusted advisors, younger heirs tend to be more digitally savvy and want to interact with their investments through online platforms. So, what else can heirs do to prepare themselves? Jennifer Quent, Director of Family Office Services at Kaufman Rawson, emphasizes the importance of financial literacy, especially for younger generations. High net worth families often rely on family offices. private wealth management firms that handle everything from investments and taxes to legal affairs and philanthropy. These offices also provide education to heirs, helping them understand complex topics like trusts, estate taxes, and gift giving. Family offices typically serve families with net worths of $30 million or more. But for those with smaller estates, virtual family office tools like Leaf Planner or Farther Financial offer affordable ways to organize, store, and communicate important documents and plans. Without a clear understanding of what assets exist, where they are located, and what the plans are for them, heirs can find themselves overwhelmed. Bake warns that this lack of knowledge can lead to a frantic tizzy, especially since many decisions must be made within 9 months of a death. This wealth transfer is not just about money changing hands. It's about preserving legacies, maintaining family harmony, and empowering the next generation to build on what was created before them. But here's the part most people miss. It requires intentional effort, open dialogue, and education long before the first dollar is passed down. What do you think? Is your family ready to face the challenges of this historic wealth transfer? Have you started the conversation, or are you waiting for the right moment? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Let's get the discussion going. Medora Lee is a reporter specializing in money, markets, and personal finance at USA Today. You can reach her at mjlee@usatoday.com and subscribe to the free Daily Money newsletter for practical personal finance tips and business news delivered every weekday morning.